Hey guys, it's Lindsay from the blog Repurpose and Upcycle, and I'm going to take you inside my daughter's room today for a painted ceiling project. Let me first show you her bedroom. This might kind of be tricky because her bedroom rolls into a little vanity area. So I'm also going to be painting that as well. And let me tell you something else. I'm also not just going to be painting the ceiling. I'm going to take the paint down the wall a few inches as well. So what I'm going to do is it's going to be, it's like the fifth wall. Like you're hopefully not going to be able to really notice the big transition from the ceiling to the top of the wall. Let me show you the first thing that you're going to need to do when you paint a ceiling. Let's talk about supplies that you need to paint a ceiling. Very first thing that's the most helpful for me is a laser level, especially because I'm not just stopping at the ceiling, I'm going a few inches down the wall. So the laser level is going to help me create a really straight line and to make sure it's going to look good and crisp. Now, don't mind the redneck way that I have my laser level stuck onto the wall. I lost the thing on the back of it that holds it to the wall, so I'm just using tape. So once I got that in place, I made sure the laser line was level, and then what I did was I put tape on top of it. Now, this is frog tape. Frog tape, it's a kind of painter's tape, but it comes highly recommended. And now I'm just going to continue to move the laser level around the room until I get all the frog tape up. Another quick little issue that I've run into is ceilings and walls, they're not perfectly straight. So even with your laser level, go back and just double check that you're in the ballpark of, the same distance from the ceiling down the wall. So you can see it's going pretty good, but like I said, especially because my laser level isn't totally secure, I'm going back, I'm measuring, and I'm using another level on top of the green tape just to make sure, like 100%, that my green tape is level. Always good to check and then double check and then double check, especially if you want a totally straight line, which is what I'm going for. Now, if you're going with the ceiling, if you're just doing the ceiling, you don't have to use the laser level. You can just do painter's tape on the ceiling. Painter's tape or frog tape is up, and the next step is to put the painter's tarps down, take the ceiling fan off, and then we'll get to painting. Well, I am almost ready with the sprayer. I'm almost getting ready to roll, but I wanted to show you one thing really quickly. With the frog tape, one thing that activates the technology in the frog tape is to take a wet paper towel or a wet rag and just wipe it down. For some reason, something in the frog tape that helps it bond to the wall. Okay, so wipe it down real good with a little wet paper towel or a rag. I'm using the Wagner Flexio 5000, and it comes with two different spray attachments, and it has a fine spray attachment, and then it has this is more for like a wide spray for like big walls and ceilings, and not fine jobs like furniture. So I'm using the big one. And I've been really, really pleased so far with how easy it was to put together and how easy it was to spray on. I've made progress, and I want to talk to you guys about what I've done. So I've decided to start with the top border around the room. And what I'm doing is to eliminate overspray. You can see I have this piece of paper. So I'm moving in sections. Like I'll spray this part with my Wagner sprayer, and then I'll pick it up and I'll move it over to this section. I'll spray it and then I'll pick it up and I'll move it to this section. Now, some people might think that that's a waste of time and I should, do a whole bunch of pieces of paper at once and then spray it once. Whatever works for you, this is what works for me. what I'm about to do now is I am done with the perimeter, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull that frog tape down. The key is you wanna get the frog tape down before the paint is totally dry. And that's so the paint doesn't bond to the frog tape. If it has bonded, you're gonna wanna take a small like X-Acto knife or some small knife and just score it. I wanna show you guys how you pull the frog tape off the wall. You just take it and you pull it slowly, a little bit at a time. If you pull too fast, you could potentially pull the paint off or you could tear the tape. But do you see that super crisp line? I'm so pleased with how this is turning out. But like I said, slow and steady. Okay, just a little bit at a time. It's looking so good. I just put my second coat on the ceiling. I think that's about what it's gonna take. It's still a little wet, so it still looks a little streaky, but overall I'm very pleased. I'm excited to show you the finished product.